to give an update on the COVID-19 pandemic mitigation measures and the way forward for schools. Let's listen in to that.
Who can also be schooled a little bit as community workers so that they can be able to respond quickly to situations that arise in the school. Because you'll agree with me that given the number of schools that there are in the country, it is very, very difficult to have community health workers go to every school. But it is possible for us to train, particularly because it's online training, for us to train teachers in schools to be part of the response. But I think, Madam Chair, what is important here, and I think what we should learn going forward, is that it is good for us as a Kenyan community going forward to remember what is happening today and to keep in mind that these kind of situations will arise. And when they arise, let us have the structures in schools, the kind of structure that the PS has alluded to. Let that not be a COVID response structure. Instead, let it be a readiness structure for any eventuality that might come. Because it can be a landslide, it can be a fire, it can be anything else that comes. And that level of preparedness is, I think, an issue at community levels that we need to keep going forward. The other issue, Madam Chair, is to say this, is to say that to appeal through you and the committee, to appeal to the community also and to the parents, to remember the following. Number one is that now the mask is part of the dress code. When you are buying school uniform, you buy a school uniform that has got shoes, socks, shorts, shirt, and a mask. That's the norm now, particularly the reusable one. And it applies not just to school children. It also applies to us, that going forward, in fact, when we go to buy shirts, we would like to see a shirt hung together with a mask, so that you remember clearly. When you are buying a shirt, buy a mask. So it is important for it to have the behavior, the change of behavior. It's a behavioral change that the community has to use. For those who can afford in the communities, again, it is good to engage. When you are living in a community, it is always good to engage. And I want to thank, through you again, Madam Chair, the institutions that have been extremely helpful. And talking about the fund, I would also like to appeal to the fund. Perhaps they can support the Ministry of Education for those children who cannot afford it. But for those people who can afford it, they should buy it, because now it is part, as I said, it is part of the dress code. Thank you very much, Madam Chair.
Thank you, CS and PS, for your submissions before this committee. I think I will start with the easiest one, then I'll allow members also to react to the same. My concern, I've visited several schools now that you have opened, PS. And yes, it is important that we even have trained teachers who would learn to show the children even how to wear the masks. But having said that, and even when we encourage parents to be buying the uniform with the masks, I'm very sure that you have the numbers now. You know how many children you have in our schools. Have you done any kind of budgeting where we can even have the reusable mask given to every school? And to the Ministry of Health, we give money from me. It is important and very nice to consider our tailors. But if this has taken from May, now we are in November, headed to December. So do we still have to wait for these tailors? Or we have, I think I've heard the ministry saying we have Rivertex, we have even tailors. I'm very sure if this matter will be taken up, maybe it's the fear from KEMSA that people are afraid to actually transact any business with KEMSA. If the ministry today advertises, I sometimes buy dresses that have those masks, and there are people who are doing it, and they are in the villages. If the ministry takes up the matter, would we deliver this mask? Because if we had it was 300 million, would have managed to even give the students, at least the class 8 Form 4s and the ones in grade 4 who have gone to school. But right now we are delaying. I think even the community, the ones who are targeting, people have come up with their ways of having their 2 masks within their localities. I think the last time I bought some, they're even being sold as little as 20 shillings. So I think what we need to do is make a decision, CS, on that money. Because I know, yes, you are willing to deal with the Chamber of Commerce, through KEMSA. I think everybody else is very careful to deal with KEMSA. And I think we need to make a decision. Second is on the issue of the PPEs. You have now rightly put it that you're going to give a direction, because the last time we met as a committee, we said the ministry to give a direction to KEMSA, because they will not direct themselves on how they are to do with those PPEs. And that is urgent, so that we make sure that we are able, we are able to actually facilitate mainly our public facilities. And maybe as you brief us, you'll also tell us, how are we doing as a country? You know, I've gotten several calls and people tell me I've gone to Kenyatta University Hospital. There are no beds, have been turned away. I think one of our colleagues lost a brother saying they were looking for an ICU in Nairobi and they couldn't find one. Is it now that the hospitals are blocking the ICUs that can be used for COVID and other scan, or is it true that our ICUs are now full, or our hospitals are full in this country, and especially within the city center? I think it was 2 days ago when one of our colleagues lost a brother, and they said they tried to look for an ICU in Nairobi, they couldn't get one, and they lost a brother. So just give us, the reality on the ground, so that we are able to know also how to communicate with our colleagues who are also very concerned, and our constituents who are also very concerned. Rapid testing, are we doing it now? Or are we still doing it was PCR? Are we going to rapid testing? Where are we with testing as a country? I don't want to ask so many questions. I want to give my colleagues a chance. I'll start with Professor. I will go to Tongoyo, I'll go to Rueda, Koros, Nyikao, then I go to Honorable Duale, in that order.
Thanks, Chair.
Sorry? Yeah, and okay, we just take maximum of three per person, so that we can be able to.
Yeah, okay.
And if a question has been asked, don't ask, so you can just choose to say mine has been asked.
Thanks, Chair. A couple of questions, one for the CS and one for the PS. For the PS, let me start with that. The issue of provision of masks to children, how sustainable will donations be? You have pegged your hope into donations and donors. What is the ministry doing about it?
Now, meanwhile, as we follow up on the same, Health CS Mutahi Kagwe has ordered the Kenya Medical and Supply